Welcome to the Licensed Ball Podcast. Thanks for everybody for joining us. Get it on, get it going. I don't know why I don't hear that, because it's muted. There we go. Thank everybody for joining the show, man. Licensed Ball Podcast. We're on every Sunday. We on every Sunday. We got the lighting just right. I don't even want to move nothing, but the lighting here is just right. Like on every camera angle, it's crisp. It's not real loud at all or nothing. I'm feeling that. I'm really feeling that. That's what's up. We're going to do more of what the show was really intended to be. We do prep hoops. Licensed Ball is really about basketball and just general, man. NBA, college. The reason why I talk about a lot of NBA and college, I don't really watch NBA. I do watch college. And then I'm producing a show and I can only get so much content ready. I can get so much content ready. So what I end up doing is doing the stuff I have a lot of content on. That's what I normally do. Now we talk about other things when I have other contributors on here because they have time to get the content and the information going on that. So I really had a little bit more time this time to do some other stuff that I normally wouldn't do that I need to do. So on the show we got, let me see here. We have Kenwood. We're going to talk about some Kenwood stuff out of Chicago. We're going to talk about that. UCLA. We're going to talk about the UCLA basketball team. We're going to talk about Grayson getting back on the right track again. Cooper Flagg scoring 42 points. VCU gonna pay their players. On that. We can do something else while we on here. People still coming in, and we normally start at like 7 o'clock or 8 o'clock. So a lot of people might not think we on right now, so we're just gonna let people pile in and more people come in, you know, before we get started. We'll let people migrate in here and take some time while they're doing that. I got that Chandler Bean, man, we got some good luck. Me and Chandler Bean got some good luck because I said some of my best work is some of my best work lately with Chandler Bean. And I did another masterpiece. A lot of y'all didn't see it. We're gonna play that too. We're gonna play that Chandler Bean too as well. Starting off the show, that's gonna be one of the things we're gonna play is that Chandler Bean. I had something else queued up. We're gonna do that Chandler Bean. We definitely gonna do the Chandler Bean too. That's one of the things we are going to do. I'm more prepared today. It seems like when I'm less prepared, we get more people piling in even faster. Faster than normal. It's all good though. We're going to keep it going. We keep it funky like Cam Newton say. We're going to keep it funky for you. We're gonna keep it funky. We will do that. We check. We supposed to have somebody else coming on joining the show too. Let me check and see if they're in the queue or not. Not at all. Nope, not there yet. What is that? Man. I gotta get that. What's the name fix? That cable fix. on there. Let me see if I can fix something right quick. Yeah, one of the things we're gonna do, we're gonna queue up Chandler Bing. We're gonna kill that Chandler Bing thing. I really like this. I keep having more new personal best of the year or whatever, but that's my best video probably for 2025. Even this happened last year. Send a text message real quick. We're gonna go ahead and I'm gonna play that Chandler Bing real quick and talk about that, man. This thing is nasty, dude. It is nasty. See where that's coming from. Sound pretty good. I can hear from here because I do a sound check from there. We're gonna go ahead and pull that Chandler Bing up real quick. That video nuts to me, man. It is nuts. See if I got it muted. Oh, we need to take that off. Play that thing. There we go. And let me see, I get that played again. Okay.
3, 2, 1, 0. All engine running. Liftoff.
Right
We
here.
have a liftoff.
Another one. Another one. Another one.
Come on now, dog. Come on, man. Oh my God.
All engine running. Liftoff. We have a liftoff.
Another one. Another one. Another one.
Wish it was shot a little bit better.
Come on now, dog.
If it was shot a little
Come
bit better, I
on,
could take
man.
dead more. If it was shot a little bit better.
Oh my God.
If it was shot a little bit better, I could have did more with it. I could have did more with it.
3, 2, 1, 0. All engine running. Liftoff. We have a liftoff.
Another one. Another one. Another one.
Come
This
on
dunk
now,
right here
dog.
sick, man. The dunk's so sick.
Come on, man.
Dunk is
Oh, my
so
God.
sick.
Three, 2, 1, 0. All
Like,
engine
I just
running.
need to. I got the content. I
We
can
have a
really get up, man. I
liftoff.
can really do something special with
Another
these
one.
videos, but I got the content.
Another one.
I can really do
Another
something
one.
special with it, man.
Come on now, dog. Come on, man. Oh my God.
0, all engine running. Liftoff.
That's
We
nasty,
have a
man.
liftoff.
Another one. Another one. Another one.
Cut it dead.
Come on now, dog.
With the technology I
Come
got, I couldn't
on,
pull
man.
it off. I should have did that.
Oh,
I might
my
go back and
God.
redo this video because I could do something different to it. I'll do something way different to it with this video.
Three, 2, 1, 0, all engine
It's
running.
ridiculous what he did to him.
Liftoff. We have a liftoff.
Another one. Another one. Another one.
Come on now, dog. Come on, man. Oh my God.
Three, 2, 1, 0, all engine running. Liftoff. We have a liftoff.
Another one. Another one. Another one.
Come on now, dog. Come on, man. Oh my God.
What he did on that man is, he should be locked up for that, man. He should be locked up for what he did to him. He should be locked up for what he did to him.
Three,
That's ain't right, man. That ain't
1,
right.
0, all
That ain't
engine
right.
running. Liftoff. We have a
Embarrass that man
liftoff.
like that.
Another one. Another one.
Embarrass
Another
that
one.
man like that. That's ridiculous.
Come on now, dog.
The police should came on the court
Come on, man.
afterwards and came and got him.
Oh
Came
my
and got that
God.
dude. We're gonna play every 30 minutes. When the numbers go up, more people come in, we're gonna constantly.
2, 1, 0, all
I think it's
engine
entertaining me as
running.
hell.
Liftoff.
Seeing
We
that
have a
jumper, man.
liftoff.
It's entertaining as hell.
Another one. Another
Do it
one.
one more time. and
Another
then
one.
We're gonna switch over to
Come on now, dog.
something else.
Come on, man. Oh my God.
Three, 2, 1, 0, all
We suck
engine
the
running.
call-ins too, even though I'm not
Liftoff.
hooked
We
up.
have a liftoff.
One thing I probably need
Another
to
one. Another one. Another one.
exit out of that. We're gonna be
Come on
accepting
now,
call-ins
dog.
today. Once again,
Come on, man.
we'll be accepting call-ins.
Oh my God.
But me gonna get the line turned on so we can set calls. Allow for me to turn the line on. Call in, chime in on what we talking about.
1, 0, all engine running.
Get that set up.
Liftoff. We have a liftoff.
Another one. Another one. Another
Got
one.
that set up now.
Come on now, dog.
So we
Come
can set
on,
phone
man.
calls now.
Oh my
man.
God.
Set phone calls. I'll pull that up again. Call in one time while we're doing this. It's gonna be put on hold for a split second.
3,
That's a call in.
1, 0,
Call the show,
all
talk
engine running.
about
Liftoff.
some
We have
stuff.
a liftoff.
That's the
Another
call
one.
in today.
Another one.
And chop it up
Another
with
one.
us and what we're talking about.
Come on now, dog.
On there,
Come on,
definitely doing
man.
that. Yeah, it's
Oh, my
I
God.
didn't realize he would do that. But how you put it together like that, it make it so much more entertaining with that. And the first thing we're gonna chop up about is Kenwood.
0, all engine running.
And Kenwood is
Liftoff. We have
south side of Chicago.
At least
One of the
17
premium
players.
programs. Thanks, we're we're going to go back. I'm getting ahead. I'm putting the cart in front of the horse. I'm going to go back to this first video on Kenwood. We're going to chop it up about. Going to chop it up on this one. Yeah, it'd be cool. I'd like to get y'all take on some of this stuff too, man. I'm going to go ahead and go on and chop that up. I'm going to go ahead and start this Kenwood. This when it first really started going popping with Kenwood. Like a lot of people don't understand, like this is a national podcast. Even cover majority of Georgia stuff. It's a national podcast, and this Chicago, one of the top programs in Chicago, one of the top programs in America. They feed a lot in and out of Macro Fire into Kenwood. And they was on an investigation starting last year. They start when the high school association started popping, and they head around and checking and seeing what was going on with Kenwood. We're going to start it back there and rewind up to what just happened this week over there at Kenwood. So we're going to go ahead and cue that up.
Last night was suddenly postponed after questions arose about a player's eligibility. An investigation and a hearing conducted late this afternoon.
CBS 2's Sharday Gray is live outside Kenwood Academy High School, and within the past hour, a decision. The season has been saved. Sharday?
Yeah, that's right, Joe and Erica. Chicago Public Schools confirmed with us, CBS 2, that tonight's game is supposed to go on at 6 p.m. right here at Kenwood Academy High School. That's against Morton High School. Now, we're told that Morton players just arrived. We are still waiting to find out exactly what has been decided, but all day, players have been on pins and needles waiting to hear if their season will continue.
Calvin Robbins splits the defense.
All we want to do is just play basketball.
That's all these Kenwood basketball players want to do. But the Illinois High School Association postponed Kenwood's Class 4A regional semifinal doubleheader playoff game last night due to an eligibility investigation.
Don't try to take it away from us now. We got too far. Like, it's the last state tournament. Why try to take it now?
Edwan Dooling, player number 5,
Applauding is Dooling,
says he's one of the reasons behind the investigation. He tells me he's in the Chicago Public Schools Students in Temporary Living Situations, or STLS program. He says his unstable living situation is being questioned.
Now that I'm being antagonized by ISSH saying that I'm ineligible to play basketball with something that that's all I have, because I'm 18 years old. I go from home to home, so I just don't feel like it's right.
On a CPS website, it confirms students enrolled through STLS are able to participate in sports, quote, in the same manner as all other students.
It hurts really bad that they're trying to take something that I really love, and I can't even do something that I enjoy doing, and I can't even go to school without getting questioned.
His teammate Calvin Robbins says this feels intentional because they're a predominantly black team.
It just feels like we always being targeted. Like, this has happened multiple times throughout the year, and to multiple people on the team, which I just feel is wrong.
The IHSA postponed the game an hour before it was scheduled to tip off last night. Jaden Smith says this is the crucial time where they can land scholarships.
We trying to go to school for free. These are my brothers, you know what I'm saying, and they trying to go to school for free through basketball.
The IHSA says in a statement, eligibility is essential to the integrity of IHSA events. And if an ineligible player is discovered to have participated, it could have significant consequences. We are working to find out more about this investigation, who it involved, and if punishments will be handed down. More tonight at 10 o'clock.
We
Reporting
do
live
good
at
about taking
Kenwood,
off mute.
Sade Gray, CBS 2 News.
Sade,
Now,
thank you.
This was last year.
I haven't been
leading
able
up
to
into the
take my
state
eyes off my
playoffs.
husband's pants since he tried this morning trick. What happened afterward
They
was
was on watch
unbelievable.
then.
I thought it would be just another quickie, but my
So
husband
you
went hard
got-
on me for 2 straight
Like,
hours after trying to
it was
sip your
hard body
secret
with him.
mixture.
It
might
was hard
sound
body
strange,
because
but your wife or girlfriend will thank you for
if you
watching this video.
have
Go to
a
your
roster
kitchen,
of like 12 or
make this
15
mixture,
varsity
and try this
players,
simple 15-second trick discovered by Harvard
and 10 of them
scientists
move
that has
ins.
already helped
The people go to that school,
97,259 men
people who
be
want
ready
to play on
whenever
the
they
team,
want.
gonna be
Forget
hot
about
and
pills and
mad.
pumps. This
Normally
easy
people don't do 10
15-second trick
move-ins.
will make your
They don't do
body
10
stand firm in a
transfers.
completely
Should I
natural
say,
way,
they don't do 10
all from the
transfers.
comfort of your home.
Most people do
That's
about
because it
5
boosts blood flow
max.
to your member by
When you got your almost your
342%.
whole
All you have to do is
roster,
perform this 15-second
your
trick
whole
right after your
roster
shower,
with
and you'll see the
transfers to
magic
run out
happen.
every
It's been
year,
used by top adult film
it's gonna
actors for
raise
the last
flags and
5
people
years
gonna
to
hate,
maintain their
especially if
firmness.
you're
And it
winning.
doesn't matter if you're
People gonna
35 or
hate.
70, you'll always be ready
If you're
for
winning, they're
action
gonna hate.
and wake up with a rock-solid tool. Want to see
Now,
how it works?
Kenwood,
There's a viral video going around
I
among
think they
men that
just changed
teaches the
this in Georgia. You
step-by-step
could do this
recipe.
now in
My
Georgia.
husband paid
I'm not 100% sure. I
$97
think
to a
they
big
changed
name
it
in adult films,
in Georgia
Johnny
that you could do
Sins,
this
to
now in
access the
Georgia.
instructional video where he shows how to prepare this trick.
But in Chicago, if you run a traveling basketball grassroots basketball team and you coach them, you could coach high school basketball in Chicago. That's one of the reasons why a lot of these states do not want coaches that could coach AAU and coach grassroots basketball and do high school and do both. That's kind of why they don't want this. That's one of the reasons why they really don't want that. Because of stuff like this. So that was last year. So they lost 1 or 2 players going into the playoffs last year. They lost 2 players. Okay. Then we're gonna fast forward to the findings. They had an investigation going on at the beginning of the season. When we got the pink slip, we had a pink slip podcast that EYBL was giving teams pink slips. And Mac Urban Fire was one of the programs that got a pink slip. They 17s won't be playing in Peach Jam, blah, 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 like the Georgia Stars. They 9th grade and they 10th grade got to work themselves back in to get the program back in, to get the 17s back in. And man, Kyle already called the Georgia Stars and Mac Urban Fire that was going to happen to them. We already called that was going to happen to them. We already called that because we seen them not, because Nike's on a result-driven business. And so we knew if you're not producing pros / D1s where Nike can make money off these players, they're going to start looking at pulling back the influence on your program and funding your program and all that. So we saw that coming. Then right after that, Mac Urban Fire kept getting bad news. Mike Irvin, son of Mac Urban Fire, godfather of Chicago basketball, son runs the Mac Urban Fire, one of the top programs in the country, or was at one time, stepped down from Kenwood. And I said, that's odd. I said, that's kind of strange. Greenlich has control of that program and funneling players and helping these kids out, getting kids in school. I said, that's strange. I wonder what made him step down, because he didn't step down on his own volition. I know that wasn't it. I knew there had to be more to that. And now they should drop the full report of the investigation with Kenwood. So since he been there 4 or 5 years, they had 17 players were illegal in a 4-year span. I think about 4-year span. And we're gonna cue that up next. Let me see what it is. I think I already got it queued up already. Do I have to cue it? I sure do.
At
Put
least
that on
17.
there. We're going to bring that down and go ahead and bring that up. Where are we? We are right here. Go Go and bring that up.
Players on Kenwood Academy's varsity basketball team were fraudulently enrolled in the school, according to an annual report released Wednesday by Chicago Public Schools (CPS) watchdog agency. Without mentioning specific names, the report from the CPS Office of Inspector General, OIG, details how Kenwood's basketball coaches helped provide the parents of players who lived outside the school's attendance boundaries with false addresses and fake proof of residency, documents including bogus leases and utility bills, to meet the school's residency requirements. In all, the report found, at least half of Kenwood's varsity players over the last 4 seasons have been fraudulently enrolled in the school. Some of these players actually lived in the suburbs, according to the report. Others lived in Chicago, but outside of Kenwood's attendance area, and had previously been enrolled in private or other CPS schools. The common thread connecting nearly all of them was that they played for former head coach Mike Irvin's amateur athletic union club, the Mac Irvin Fire. Your text here to convert text to speech now. Coach A's scheme deprived legitimately enrolled student athletes at the school of spots on the varsity roster and denied other high schools, both within and outside of CPS, of fair athletic competition, the report reads. What's more, because many of the players in this investigation actually lived in the suburbs,
17 players.
Their fraudulent enrollment also robbed Chicago students of seats and resources at the school. As chief executive officer of the Fire, which was started by his father, McGlover, Mac Irvin, often referred to as the godfather of Chicago basketball.
That's a black eye on Nike because he's a Nike. Nike sponsored that school too. Jumpman, same thing. Nike.
High school teams roster. Over the years, the Fire has included numerous NBA caliber talents, including Jabari Parker, Jaleel Okafor, Ayo Dosunmu, Taylor Horton Tucker, Tim Hardaway Jr., and Myers Leonard, among others. But, according to the report, in 3 of Irvin's 4 years as head coach at Kenwood, more than half of his school's team were also playing for Mac Irvin Fire. 2 of those players are still enrolled at Kenwood after providing CPS with documentation that met
a lot of pros got that, man. That's the golden years of Chicago.
Irvin,
and a lot of lottery picks, a lot of D1s coming out of there.
Announced his resignation in November before the Inspector General's investigation into alleged enrollment fraud concluded. The report notes that Irvin was placed on the district's do not hire list along with 3 of his assistant coaches, all of whom
this is a black eye. This right here is going to be a black eye on Nike.
In an interview with the Herald,
he has done
Irvin
so much for basketball in Chicago. And for Nike and doing, but this right here, because Nike got their name on both of these programs, and Nike don't like any corporation don't like bad press.
Or its head coach,
they're gonna be on thin ice
as his current ones on his
with these reports. It's not allegation. This is a report. This was the findings are. So it's not even an allegation. That's what they have found out. 17 players and all involved in the Mac Irvin Fire.
January 4th. He posted to X the final scoreline from Kenwood's victory over Romeoville and an image of University of Arkansas head basketball coach John Calipari, who was apparently in the attendance to watch star sophomore guard Devin Cleveland.
I apologize, that music a little bit too
loud.
loud.
Herald he was proud of his 4-year run as Kenwood's coach. I had over 180 kids in my program.
So they did their homework on this. This is real journalists too.
Went to college, and we had a 3.5.
They documenting how he's still keeping up and promoting the program, showing that he's still running the program, even he's not the head coach.
Under Irvin's leadership. Appearing in 2 consecutive
and the crazy thing about it, he has a whole section cut off for him when he comes to the games. Like nobody can sit over there but the people that he invite. Like ex-pros and future pros and current pros that they got time to come.
Barred from a state playoff game by the IHSA after the Inspector General presented the Sports Association evidence from its investigation into these residency violations.
Sophomores
In one
playing
case,
the YBL
according
circuit.
to the report, when investigators visited
I don't think
some of
he'll be
the
playing for
addresses listed
Calipari.
on the
He what,
players,
he 3 years away from
proof
going
of
to
residency,
college.
documents, the actual
Calipari
tenants
won't be
or
there then. Then
owners told the
Calipari gonna call it
Inspector
quits and
General
retire and save his
office
name
that
and
the players
legacy.
had never lived
Because
at
I
their
don't think he's gonna
properties and that they
have
did not
the
recognize the doctored lease documents.
rank and clout that he used to
Investigators
have.
also
Should
found
I
no
say?
evidence in the basketball players' files that the school ever visited their homes. Some players' parents even admitted to investigators that they submitted false paperwork. Although the school has an assigned staff member who normally reviews every student's enrollment paperwork for potential fraud, that staff member
They got
told
they got shook and scared. They ain't say nothing. They didn't.
think she had ever seen
They
a
told the truth and said
basketball
they
player's
don't.
enrollment materials.
They don't live in district.
Had
That's
she
crazy.
reviewed their files, some of which did
It's
not
like, I ain't going
include
down
the
with
two
this shit. I
utility
want my
bills
kids to stay eligible.
that the school typically requires, and another of which included documents that were dated after the player was already enrolled. She said she would have blocked their enrollment due to issues with their paperwork. The release of the report caps the OIG's years-long investigation into allegations of enrollment fraud, which were first sparked by
Everybody
complaints
passing
from
the
members
buck.
of the school.
Everybody act like they didn't know what was
community
going
and
on in their
from
school.
another CPS
They passed the buck. Administrators
The
and principal
Inspector
trying to
General
pass the
said these
buck.
complaints were overlooked by Kenwood Principal Karen Calloway.
The sad thing
Although
about in
the
Chicago, like,
administrator told
you
the
can go pretty much
OIG
any
that
school
she
you
tried
want to.
stay
For
out
the
of
most part,
enrollment and
you just got to
athletic
test
matters.
into it.
The report reads,
So you don't
the
have to really live in
investigation
district, but you got to test into
that she
it.
was highly involved in the
got a
enrollment
lot of
many
vocational
the
schools in
students
Chicago.
at issue in this investigation. When contacted Wednesday, Calloway referred the Herald to CPS Communications.
In a city like Chicago, it's so
A
easy to
spokesperson for
mingle in
CPS
and mix
said
in
the district
and go to a
take
school
all
that you're not really
findings and
allowed to go to,
recommendations
even your basketball player.
seriously.
Because they look out for
CPS
basketball players there.
remains
But
committed to upholding
crazy
all
thing about it
district
is
policies and procedures as well.
when you got
As state and
2/3
federal
of your
laws to
roster
best serve
from
our
out of
students,
the
families,
district, that's
and
going to be hard to
greater
do.
CPS community, the spokesperson wrote in an emailed statement. At a local school council meeting last March, Calloway admitted that enrollment fraud was endemic at Kenwood. I have hundreds of kids who probably have enrolled fraudulently, she said at the meeting. Although the school has some of the most stringent enrollment procedures in the city designed to root out such fraud, which some parents described to WBEZ as invasive, the Inspector General found
want to
that
admit to
the
it, but
school
act like they didn't know what was
followed
going
almost
on.
none of its supposedly augmented procedures where varsity basketball players were concerned. According to the report, player file after player file revealed missing and inadequate documentation to establish the player's residency in the school's attendance area. In one case of enrollment fraud, investigators note that Calloway received a photo of a player's driver's license listing a suburban address after the player's mother sent it to school staff as part of an inquiry about obtaining a parking pass for her son. But the Inspector General's report did not limit blame to the school's administration. It also argued that CPS Office of Sports Administration, OSA, which Calloway is on the advisory council for, failed in its secondary oversight responsibilities, lacking even basic components of an athletics oversight system, including tracking systems for complaints,
That's a
coach
thorough
and
report.
student-athlete
I thought it was
penalties, and
playing over again, but that's a thorough
the
report.
start of the pandemic, student-athlete transfers. Together, OSA and high school administrators, including principals and athletic directors, are supposed to serve as dual layers of oversight for CPS high school sports, the report reads. Instead, the OIG's investigation revealed that neither the school nor OSA provided any meaningful oversight at all, and that OSA lacks even basic components of an athletics oversight system. At least 17 players on Kenwood Academy's varsity basketball team were fraudulently enrolled in the school, according to an annual report released Wednesday by Chicago Public Schools CPS watchdog agency. Without mentioning specific names, the report from the CPS Office of Inspector General OIG details how Kenwood's basketball coaches helped provide the parents and players who lived outside the school's attendance boundaries with false addresses and fake
Kenwood basically back on fire. They got one of the top players in the country. I know how to pronounce his name. That Georgia Tech is heavily recruiting. Over there, this got some good players. They got some good pieces in there. Some of the best pieces always going to play at Kenwood or Whitney Young or Simeon. That's another thing. Derrick Rose sponsored the whole Simeon team now. She did a piece on that. Still good.
According to the report.
Others lived in Chicago,
but outside of Kenwood's
school, but now
attendance
it's
area
Adidas,
and had
sponsored by
previously been
D. Rose.
enrolled in private or other CPS schools.
It's
Common thread connecting
Adidas
nearly
trying
all
to
of them
conquer.
was that they played for former head coach
They come in on the back door. They conquer.
Amateur Athletic Union Club,
the hotbed
the
of
Mac
America
Irvin Fire.
is Georgia
Your text
basketball.
here to convert
And
text
Georgia's
to.
Adidas town.
Speech now.
And it seems like they're trying to do the
Coach
same
Hayes'
thing in the
scheme
Chicago, because they just signed
legitimately
like
enrolled
3
student
Chicago
athletes at the
schools.
school of. Spots
3
on
Chicago
the
schools
varsity
to
roster and
Adidas
denied
deals.
other high schools, both
So
within
they're
and
going all
outside
over the place
of
trying to make this
CPS.
happen. They're going all over the place.
Athletic competition.
Trying to make this
the
happen.
report reads. What's more, because
Texas.
many of the players
Well, they're well on their way.
investigation
doing that.
actually lived in the
Well
suburbs.
on their way.
Their
Now,
fraudulent
is a
enrollment also
The
rolled
next thing we're going
into
to they're going to got going
Students
on
of seats
is
and resources at the school.
UCLA
As chief
coach.
executive officer of the fire, which
And I saw a lot of people. I didn't read the comments. I didn't waste my time reading the comments. When I seen what he said, I saw a whole bunch of comments. I know they were pro for the coach, and I
Irvin was
like
allowed to have no
they
more than
tripping.
2 of the club's
They
players
are
join his
tripping.
High school
They
teams
signed.
roster.
Because I saw one of the people who
Over the
retweeted.
years,
They
the Fire
doing
has
pro
included
coach. I'm like,
numerous
nah.
NBA including
This ain't
Jabari
cool what I
Parker,
see. This ain't cool. I don't think this is cool. I ain't heard
Ayo
everything he
Dosunmu,
said. I don't listen to the whole
Taylor
thing. I was like, nah,
Tucker,
this ain't cool
Tim
right
Hardaway
here.
Jr.
I don't think this
and
cool.
Myers
We're gonna
Leonard,
go ahead and play
among
that. We're
others.
gonna play that next.
But according to the report, in 3
We're
of
gonna play that.
Irvin's 4 years as
If y'all not familiar
head
with
coach
this.
at Kenwood, more than half of his school's team were also playing for Mac Irvin Fire.
looked like great
2 of
early
those
season
players are
wins
still
on the
enrolled
resume,
at Kenwood
Oregon,
after
Arizona, and
providing
Gonzaga.
CPS with
But Tuesday night,
documentation
Michigan
that met
walloped the Bruins
the
and
school's
Pauley.
residency
Glad Golden
requirements.
At 36, UCLA couldn't hit the
Irvin,
broadside
who
of a
began his
barn.
tenure at
And when
Kenwood
the
in
dust
2020,
settled, Mick
announced
put his team
resignation
on
in November
blast.
before the Inspector General's investigation into alleged
Aside from,
enrollment.
to be fair,
Fraud
obviously
concluded.
there's
The
unique
report
skill
notes
set,
that Irvin
the
was
way they
placed
shoot
on the
the ball. But we're
district's
soft.
do not hire list
I have to
alone,
run on the court to
with
get
3
guys
of
to
his
play hard.
assistant coaches, all of whom were
It's
also
crazy,
implicated
you know,
in the scheme.
and it's every day. I'm tired.
In
I'm gonna
interview
turn it
with
over
the
from the
Herald,
beginning.
I have to
Irvin
switch on
denied
because
that he was the
that
coach
video
mentioned in the
still-
report.
It is still
I
playing.
refuse
I'm upset
to
with everybody
reply on
in
a
the background.
subjective
Assistant
report
coaches
that my
and
Sound
name
like
is
it's
not
still playing in the
in,
background.
Irvin said.
I mean,
He
I don't
also
think it is.
denied being
So I almost got
the
500
Like
wins.
this. This sounds good. I'm glad I'm listening to the sound of this,
You think I'm coaching
so I know what's going
the
on.
Lakers? I mean, it's a joke. It's a joke. But yet I come in and I
But it's hard not to begin with the drama surrounding the UCLA Bruins, given what the past week has looked like great early season wins on the resume, Oregon, Arizona, and Gonzaga. But Tuesday night, Michigan walloped the Bruins and Pauley. Glad Golden at 36. UCLA couldn't hit the broadside of a barn. And when the dust settled, Mick put his team on blast.
I mean, we're soft.
Yeah.
Aside from, to be fair to you, obviously they have a unique skill set, the way they shoot the ball, but we're soft. I have to run on the court to get guys to play hard. It's crazy, you know, and it's every day. I'm tired of it. It's every day. I have the most energy of of anybody at practice every day. I'm upset with everybody in that locker room, my assistant coaches and my players. I mean, I don't need to do anything else. I almost got 500 wins. I'm only 53. You think I'm coaching the Lakers? I mean, it's a joke. It's a joke. But yet I come in and I have more passion and energy and pride than everybody in. That's the problem. The truth of it is, Ben, it's really hard to coach people that are delusional. The hungry dog gets the bone. We got guys that think they're way better than they are. They're nice kids. They're completely delusional about who they are. The problem, I told them, I said, the toughest guy in the room can't be me every day. It can't. It can't.
And then on the heels of that, last night at Maryland, an 8.
Now, this joker, we're on a year of exposure. The past 2 years been the year of exposure. So a lot of things that we thought was what it is not what it is. We're going to start seeing what it is. Good or bad, people going to get exposed, and more people get exposed. And we're going into a new era with the universe, how the stars align. I don't mean to get deep on y'all, but this really is kind of factual what is going on if you know how to read the universe and you understand astrology. It's changing into a new era that the little man has his turn. That's why that's why you see players getting fair deals, getting money, getting paid they worth. They're not sharecropping. Indentured servant too. That's what it used to be as an athlete 15 to 20 years ago, which is slavery. You have video games with them on it, with their name out on the back of the jersey, but they got the number. You know who it is. Look just like the guy with the beard, and he got the faux hawk. You know it's him or whatever with the bald head, but you know the coaches look generic, and you can't tell who the coaches are because the coaches had the right for their likeness in these games. Now we fast forward to have all that. So I'm going to read in between the lines on his little rant. First of all, almost all the coaches y'all see and think are good or anything else, that's how they feel, really. That's how they really feel. They just keep it to themselves. If they ever did say it, they said it in the locker room. They didn't say it in public like that. Players know they said it and they didn't do all that. That's the first thing from that. He's saying exactly how he feel. And he just exposing how a lot of these coaches feel about these players. And just keep it a buck. How a lot of these white, older coaches feel about these black players. Just keep it 100. Not all, but majority of them. How they feel about them. I'm going to translate what he was saying. He's complaining that these players getting paid. That's what he's complaining about. He's trying to hide it and code it. He's codifying what he's saying. He's very unhappy that the players have power. He's very unhappy that the players have a say-so. He's very unhappy that the players have a stake and a share in the profits. He's very unhappy about that. That's going to be a good segue going into VCU next. What he's really unhappy about. Now, he just can't talk to the players and dangle a little carrot over their head and hopefully get what they deserve and all that. Now you got to play these players and all that. He's complaining about all these things. He's the first coach I heard publicly or privately say I should have wrote down and counted how many times he said I. He said I over 5 times. That joker said I over 5 times. I. He said I over 5 times. That joker said I got 500 wins. They think I'm playing the Lakers. You playing in LA, dude. You're the minor league version of the Lakers. Because y'all team should give a run for the money to Lakers farm team or beat them. I got to get these players motivated. I got the most energy going to practice. Even my assistant coaches, these players, they think they better than what they are. They're not hungry. It's embarrassment. That is an embarrassment. I gotta shorten my cable. That is an embarrassment on you. Everything he said, that was an embarrassment on him. He don't realize how bad that sound. And later in this video, we're gonna show how he tried to rewind back what he said, doing these things. He trying to be cool and slick with it, but he don't want to admit that he trying to retract, trying to be slick with it and smooth it in. First of all, you the head coach. You handpicked all these assistants. That's the crazy thing about you. Handpicked all these assistants.
See the end of.
Started trying to play. Hold on a second. Gonna fix that. See that go back on now. Let me switch. There we go. Yeah. He took the job. He handpicked the assistant coaches. They went out and recruited these players. So every beef he got with these players is on him, not on the players. He handpicked these players. He wants some of the NIL deals. If he don't like their performance, he's showing that he's not a good evaluator. He's been a crybaby. This all on him. Don't matter. Just say everything he's saying everything he's saying is true. It's on him. All this is on him. It's his fault. All of it is on him because he handpicked these players. He wants to sign these players. And it sounds like to me, with your 500 wins, it's time for you to retire. That's what it sounds like to me. It's time for you to retire because you don't have the juice. You don't have the influence with these players no more. The players don't respect you and listen to you no more. And then you go out there and publicly berate these players and talk about their parents and all that stuff. These dudes ain't gonna want to play for you no more. They don't want to play for you. You embarrass them, you insult them. Then you want them to go play hard for you after you embarrass and insult them like that. That's crazy. It don't work that way. It don't work that way, player. It do not work that way. We're going to go and play the next game and see how well they responded to him.
Ejected with 5 minutes to go.
Go and play that.
UCLA's third in a row, 4th in 5 games. And with a road date at Rutgers on Monday, there is turmoil in Camp Cronin.
I tried to get through. I had enough. I'm sending a message, so I'm tired of it. You know, I know we're the outsider and all that, us SC and Oregon, but that was ridiculous. So, and they didn't take nothing away from Maryland. They're a really good team at home, but you know, you got to defend my players. I mean, if you're just going to if you can just
you sent a message already. You lost your team.
Chop their arms off, throw them out of the way. It's hard to run any offense.
All right, Jay Billis, a lot to unpack here from the past week. What's your reaction?
He lost his team. They lost that game. We ain't playing hard for you talking crazy like that. Like, who gonna want to play for you throwing people under the bus like that? Nobody gonna want to play for you. I just get my numbers up. If it was me, I'd get my numbers up and be looking to transfer out soon, like when my numbers get a bigger bag and all that. Let's play what Jay Billis had to say about that. We're going to kill Jay Billis.
To the events and the comments of the past week from Mick Cronin.
Well, Kevin, I didn't care for what Mick had to say after
the loss. I don't agree a lot of stuff
Jay
Billis say either.
Coaches like to talk about accountability a lot, and rightfully so. I mean, accountability is important in everything, but I don't think that's what accountability really looks like. That to me looked simply like blame, and it was. I heard a lot of You know, I'm doing this and I'm doing that, and nobody else is doing it. And I don't. One, I don't think that's true, but that's for him to decide, not me. But I didn't care for it. And oftentimes when I hear something like that, it's not often,
ejected from the game.
I think about what Mike Tomlin of the Pittsburgh Steelers says. And he says he loves coaches that resist the responsibility of coaching because they're easy to beat. And when you talk negatively about your players, what you're really doing is seeking comfort because your teaching is struggling. And Mick Cronin recruited all those players. He brought them in, and he hired all those coaches. And I get it. Like, coaches like to think they're more passionate and they're tougher than their players. But I happen to think this is true. Mick Cronin's not tougher than his players. When he was playing, he would not have gotten one loose ball, one rebound against the guys he's got now. That would not happen. I don't believe any of that, and I don't think it's productive. But if he had said the same thing in the confines of the locker room to his players, that's fine. When you do that publicly, I don't
shade right there on
maybe
the
his
DL.
players do. Maybe they'll respond positively to it. I don't think it's the right thing to do. But that's his decision, not mine. I'm just saying what I think of it.
A lot of nodding on the head here, Jay. Jay Will, soft, delusional, don't want to win. If you're a player in that.
Yeah. And then Jay Will told the truth, but it's like he was capping a little bit. It's like he was trying to take up for the coach a little bit to me. I'm like, that's a little bit cap, dude. Like, he wants to bring up he's going to bring up the fires at his house. This dude makes like $3 to $4 million a year. He don't have the same problems we have. When you are multi-millionaire, your biggest expense is insurance. That's your biggest bill, insurance. For most people, insurance is a third or fourth bill. But insurance is like their biggest bill when you're a multi-millionaire. That's like your number one bill. Paying your auto insurance and your home insurance because your house used to be paid for. And so his house gonna be straight. He know he bought a house in a fire zone area. He got good insurance. If he didn't do all that, then he's dumb. That dude's dumb if he didn't do that. But how Jay Will try to cover for this dude.
In that locker room, how are you reacting to that?
Well, first off, before I give my commentary on what Mick said, I do think it's fair to provide some context here. He did get a notice before that press conference about his home in Encino and all the fires going on, and I think we do have to factor that into the fact of the volatility that I think we're seeing from Mick. I think there's some tumultuous times going on in California right now with the fires. I think him as players, everybody is feeling that to a degree. So with that being said, though, I think this is when he said,
go with that as true. Why he did it?
But he is. He's coaching the minor league version.
When you're under duress and stress,
this is, I think, what we're seeing.
It shows your true character, who you are.
Transition from college.
So Jay Will actually told him I'm trying to take up for him.
A lot of players, because when they get paid, they are delusional. Some of the things that Mick might have said could be accurate, right? But when you air out your grievances like that, and when you hear, like JB said, a lot of eyes, I think it's the wrong form to address your players in.
Listen, you want to skip this ad. I would too. But what if I told you there's a skip ads for everybody? It's called Pie, and if that's how...
Because now that you're paying players, you have a lot of guys that are...
Yeah, this Joker, man. It's just bad, man. It's gonna be hard for him to get anybody. It's gonna be hard for him to get anybody to play for him. It's gonna be hard for him to get anybody to play for him. What's going on, play the next game he played, and see how well they fare to get with
I think
this.
It speaks volumes of the fact that he lacks the ability in how to coach this team internally to get them to where they need to be. And that's a problem. I posted about it. I don't like the commentary at all. That's not how I would lead. I think leaders stand in front of their players when things go bad. I think they stand behind them when things go well. And I think that was a prime example of how not to lead. My feeling. I don't know how you feel about it, Seth.
Look, first of all, Jay Bill, you said coaches. So this is a coach, one coach. This is a coach that said, basically threw his team and his staff under the bus. Right? That's just the way it is.
That's right, and not how to do it.
To me, it really
that dude, man, they're gonna use that against him, man. Who's gonna want to play? If it's coming down to him in another school, they're gonna bring that up. How they throw players on the bus in the public.
To get the 50-50 balls, to get the
that just ain't gonna fly.
The trust between coach and player. Now look, Mick's gonna coach his team hard, and I agree with Jay Bills 100%. You want to tell your guys in the locker room, you're delusional if you think that's good effort. You're delusional if you think that's a good shot. You're delusional if you think you're a pro. In the locker room, one-on-one, in a film session, I have no problem. But you recruited those guys. You sat with their families. You told them what you were going to do in terms of helping them
You know what
invest in
coaches do.
themselves in everything they do.
He just fed up with how the system going. He just tired of the players got power now. He wanted the players to be his personal slave like a lot of these coaches like doing
What's
these
happening in Southern
doing to
California
these
now
kids. Those kids
is a
are bugging.
disaster and tragic.
That's what's going on,
Families
really.
are being taken out of their homes. Whole communities are being destroyed. So it is a very, like to talk about this.
I thought he finished
It's a
talking.
sad situation, and Mick did not handle it well. But let's put it also in perspective. He needs to backpedal. He needs to find a way to connect with his team. But this is very minor compared to what's going on in the real world in Southern California, where people are being
Why always got to be a brother
whole communities
to give these dudes a lifeline?
basically burnt down to the ground.
You see, brothers don't give us a lifeline, man.
Going back to the accountability piece, I just
It
didn't
was
hear
true
any
what he said. He
accountability
gave that dude a
And
lifeline.
one of the things that like, take Bill Belichick, for example. The Patriots lose a game. What does Belichick say? Now, he doesn't say much anyway until he got into media. But what he would say is, we got beaten every way. We got out-coached, we got outplayed, we got out-executed. But he puts the out-coached in there, too. And that's why the thing about the I. Like, look, when you're coaching at UCLA, like, there's a difference between accountability and blame. And I heard blame there. Yep. And I just don't care for it. I don't think it works. I don't think the players respond to it particularly
He's seen
well.
better
He knows
days.
his team better than I
He's
do.
past his
He thinks
prime in
they
coaching. That's what he
respond
don't
to
want to.
that
That's nothing he's frustrated
but
about.
I don't think it
Because
works.
people are adjusting to the
And in
ways
the
how
game
these kids
against
got
Maryland,
power and
like,
making
I also
money.
don't think
And he ain't
too
happy with
highly
that because he ain't adjusting. He's
first
stubborn.
saying your assistants and your players don't have the energy you do. They don't have the passion. They don't have the toughness. And then you go get thrown out and leave them by themselves. And then say you got thrown out on purpose. I just don't agree with it. And again, coaches can do whatever they want. All we do is comment.
That's your fault. They don't have the energy.
If we're going to praise, sometimes we criticize, and I'm critical here.
Yep, and at Maryland last night, it
Yeah,
gets
he
tougher on
didn't
Monday.
want no more part of that game. That's why he got thrown out.
Tonight's team.
He ain't want no part. He ain't want no more part of that game. He ain't slick. He ain't slick. So this is gonna be a good segue into VCU. VCU going to start paying because I don't think VCU got a football team. So VCU going to start paying their players like $350,000 a year.
Can you believe she's been playing 1 week?
They're gonna start paying them. And they're gonna do it where they can't get in trouble for discrimination either, because how they gonna do it? They're gonna do it based on revenue. So they're gonna do it based on revenue. Thought I had this. Oh, here we go. Here. They're gonna do it based on revenue. So whatever sport gives the most. So to say they got $1 million bucks. So they got $1 million bucks. If basketball brings in out of $1 million bucks 40% of revenue, they're gonna take 40% of that $1 million bucks and pay the basketball team for playing basketball directly. And they can still make money off NIL, so they could double dip. So they can make money. They're gonna make money off the university, and then they can do NIL. I guess how tax purposes how it's written. Anything over $600 got to be reported to the IRS. So the first $600 they get to keep. After that, with the NIL, they got to report for taxes. So let's go ahead and we're gonna go ahead and cue this up right here and listen to this story right here. VCU playing their players.
Change is coming to VCU. Starting as soon as the next school year, the university will more than likely start paying athletes. It's part of a lawsuit settlement that hundreds of colleges across the country are a part of. Joel Vasquez has a look at how it will work and how students feel about it.
Yeah, the students I spoke with believe athletes should be paid. They say that they put in so much work, they're already practically working a full-time job.
It's a new day for college athletics in a lot of ways.
In the 2025-2026 school year, VCU athletes may soon see their hard work pay off in the form of dollar signs. The university joining hundreds of others in a lawsuit settlement that will compensate college athletes.
The days of amateur athletics and student athletes not being paid like we had been for the last 100 some odd years. I mean, those days are dead.
This will be the first time VCU athletes will be able to make money directly from the school based off of their name, image, and likeness. McLaughlin says the school will allocate $4 to $5 million to compensate them. He says that money will be generated in a number of different ways.
This is what it is to have good players now. That's, we have to make sure we can compensate our student athletes and retain really, really talented student athletes.
While they don't know exactly how much money will be allocated to each sport, men's basketball will more than likely make more than others.
Men's basketball is one of the highest profile sports that we have, so they'll certainly be benefiting from that for sure.
Kellen Sutherland grew up watching VCU athletics and was even a ball boy for one of the teams. He says players deserve to be compensated for the hard work they put in.
They fall down and hit their head, their elbows and stuff like that, get banged up. This is their dream. They're putting their body and minds on the line to do this because they love it and they care for it so much.
Nina Tate and Cole Pegram are both sports marketing majors. They both say while there's bigger priorities the school should be putting money towards, student athlete compensation is still a big one, and they deserve to be paid for everything they bring to the school.
It's like a job, basically. If anything, it's kind of like a full-time job on top of being a full-time student.
Hours and hours a week are dedicated to their sport.
Yeah, that's a
Just a few
full-time
more
job,
legal
man.
steps need to be taken before this is official, but they expect to have everything finalized by April.
It's crazy. It's crazy. And remember, they used to make all these excuses about these players making money and like they getting the education. Yeah, I get an education. And it's a free education. And then they got to study for the education. And then go to practice. They talking about they getting the education. They supposed to. That's good. That's what they supposed to do. Let me explain something to you. One of my players played at the University of Alabama. We're talking about this education stuff. He's a walk-on. Could have stayed. Would have won a national championship like two times out of the 4 years he did. And some of the time he was there. There's a reason why he quit football. He's a real good football player. Real good. That's why he's able to walk on to Alabama. And that's why he quit football. He was done with it. It was the end of the practice. And Nick Saban brought the team in. They was wrapping up. He said, we got this function tonight. Alumni function. And Nick Saban was talking like that UCLA coach was talking. Y'all think these dudes something else. They not a recruit, so they hide their little no good ways. But it will seep out here, and especially they get you under contract. You there for the whole year. They'll talk to you any kind of way they want. And then in those days, they could hold you back, and you had to sit out a year. So you really had to suck it up. Because you had to sit out a year during those times. So he had a alumni function. Nick Saban said, all y'all better be there. No excuses. Y'all have to be there for this function and mingle and talk to the alumni. Snooze with alumni people. So that coach that is in charge of grades, eligibility, and tutoring, tap Coach Saban on the shoulder and whisper in his ear and said, yeah, we're going to have about like 30 players, like not 30, a third of the team got like steady hall and extra tutor around that same time. And no cap, my player ain't got no reason to lie to me about this. No reason all the lie about this, just make this up. That's why he quit. Nick Saban looked at him and showed out in front of that coach and said, I don't give a shit. They better figure out a way to be there and be at this function. They need to be there and check in at this function. Go on and tap in. That's what Nick Saban said. Then what is this dude? Running back or somebody named was Roy. And Nick didn't like how he was playing. So he threatened him in front of the whole team and said, if Roy don't step it up, he's going to be irrelevant Roy. And when they call about you, he basically is going to throw him on the bus and just tell him he ain't worth drafting. If you don't step it up and listen to me, I'll threaten your draft status. That's what goes on with these coaches. That dude we was watching at the UCLA a little bit back, that's a lot of those coaches are, man. They nasty with it, dude. It's when the cameras ain't around, this fool just talked in front of the UCLA coach. That fool just talked in front of the cameras and said how he felt in front of the cameras. But it's always been with these dudes, man. It's nothing new with those dudes. With them. It is nothing new. But I'm so glad these players are getting
completely changed how I do
paid. I know
I'm a
players,
photographer and independent
mom,
business. It's a fact.
was sleeping on people's floors.
Don't make it harder than it has to.
I know personally his mom was sleeping on people's floors, going back and forth to people's houses. And his son was a real good basketball player. I'm not going to say what school he went to. From out here in Georgia, because then y'all figure out who I'm talking about. I'm not going to say who that is, because you'll figure it out then. But she was sleeping on floors. She had let him stay with other people. He was trying to get in, and I had to say this much. Game League took him in and started to develop him, and he got a scholarship, full ride. He got school paid for, and made a little bit of money overseas. I don't know if he's still making a lot overseas, but some of these predators and these people we talking about is all go hand in hand together. One of the Atlanta guys found out that she was desperate looking for a place to stay. He had to move in with him, try to control the player and bring the player back into his program, but he couldn't do it. But he basically had her there, and his mom was like a sex slave, man. She had to do whatever he said to do. If his homies wanted to smash, they got to smash, and she had to take it for her son, man. Really, she felt there's no other way to do this. And these dudes do stuff like this all the time to these people. So now these players got money. They can get paid in high school. They can help out their mom. They can protect their mom, so their mom don't have to feel like she got to put herself in a vulnerable position just to get her son to where he need to be. They don't have to have that option no more. That's why it's a beautiful thing, man. And these dudes getting paid. Like, people are doing all this crybaby crap because they like how it's going. They like to control people. Now, like I said, the rabbit got the gun now, so it's all like, so man, we're going to transition over to Grayson now. Gonna talk about some Grayson. Going fast forward there because a lot of that stuff on there. No, you need it's a bunch of intro. My boy Caleb Hope back. My man's back. Got Ultra Films right there. Thanks to Pop Sports providing this video. And I was saying, Grayson going the wrong direction. They gotta make you go a little way. They get their man healthy, get him back. Now they're on the right track. They on the right track. I like him with a shot that's a little bit better. See, both of them should have traded views because it would have made this video better. Both of them traded views with Ultra had and Pop's hand. They mingle that together. That would be nice. That's his leader on the team, right? That's a solid leader on this team, right? That's the glue right there. Amir. That's some good defense, but that's a nice pass. He's seen him, but missed the dunk. Grayson is now, let me see, is it 35-0? Or 36? I think it's I know at least 35. They have won 35 straight games in Georgia, which is sick. Grayson doing things, man. Passing, he come back right there with that wet J. Look at my boy. Come back with the wet J, looking like Jesus right there. Had to get a TO on that one, baby. Dick Vitale. Will be doing good, player. I know he was fighting cancer. 7-0 run right there. 2 minutes on this into the game. I like how you document this. See, this kind of stuff, right? You missed that layup right there. This is Ted Neal. We got to go bang that, dude. You have to go bang it. Rip through. Do a hard rip through. with no pressure on that. This dude put him in a spin cycle. Did a Kenwood run up under the basket on him on that. Every time I want to give Newton some more props, they come out and have a game like this. If I'm not mistaken, they got blown out in this game. By the end of the game, they got blown out. Marcus Smith, you got to make that, buddy. You can't take that shot like that. You got to make that. Branch turnovers right here. He still ain't. He's like in the funk right now. Jake, he gotta get out of it. He in the funk. He dunking more. I seen him dunk the ball more this year than he ever had Amir Taylor. They're just too Grayson and tough, man. They're just too deep, dude. Too deep. Those jokers too deep. Oh, he flopped. The referee fell for that. How he shot it? Like he fell back like somebody shot him with a shotgun. Flopping like that.
I haven't been able to take my eyes off my husband's pants since he tried this morning trick.
Just
what
flopping.
happened afterward was unbelievable.
I thought it would be just another quickie, but my husband went hard on me for 2 straight hours after.
I can't believe they be falling for that, man. Can't believe they be falling for it. Bring that back up. You got to get that commercial out of there. There we go. Nice pick and roll. I don't know why you got this clip on here. You gotta learn how to clip this. This video about 11 minutes long. Even he kept every clip and then he clipped it right. It should be 6 minutes, 5 to 6 minutes if he clipped it right. Like there's all waste of space right now. All this need to be clipped. All need to be clipped. Okay, he made the shot, so he should not clip that soon. Work it right back, but that's a nice shot. He started coming his own a little bit. They got pretty good chemistry as a team, though. I like to see KJ dunk the ball, man. You gotta get explosive. You gotta get it more explosive for me. A minute left in the third quarter. He know how to try to draw fouls. You gotta go up stronger than that. You ain't gonna get no foul call on that going a week like that. You gotta go strong. He too big for that. He just should power through that, brought the ball over his head and just power that up. Playing sloppy, still playing sloppy. There you go, nice bang right there, Miss Neal. Mr. Neal. Real explosive. I know Georgia State like him a whole lot. This guy gotta get out of funk right here. Nice spin, but you lean too much. You jump too high to be fading away that low. Just rise up over these guys and shoot it. They still playing a little bit rusty, man. They still playing a little rusty. This guy right here, he's so smooth. Look at this. Ridiculous. The great players make the right plays. They're not really flashy and all that. They just make the right plays. They don't make a lot of mistakes. Bill Gang has came a long way. A long way. Nice fadeaway right there. See, Jake can do the same thing, just rise up over people. He jumps so high. This guy right here, Chris McLavish, he plays some good defense. He play real gritty. That's actually some good defense right there. Oh, he should have stole that thing. He had it. They just let him go to the basket. I guess one of them is in foul trouble. So they're trying not to foul. Oh, you gotta dunk that dude. He's not playing like he normally plays. There's something there. then he ain't really playing like he should be playing. Should be playing better than that. That's a nice shot by Marcus Smith right there. Nice steal. Gold medal Olympian. Nice steal. Look at that rope. Kept the ball high. Finish high. And you get a high result with an and one. That dude's solid right there. I hope they didn't play this good because he was back. I hope he's not that. He's important to the team, but I hope he's not that important to the team with all those pieces around him. And he plays sloppy when he's not there. I don't like that. I don't like that at all. That's not a good look. That's not a good look. That is not a good look. But a lot of people didn't see this video, so we're going to play this video again. A lot of y'all didn't get to see this video. We're going to play this video again. It's real entertaining. Best work of 2025 for Gymratinsider. The best work right out of here. This is ridiculous right here.
1-0. All engine running. Liftoff. We have a liftoff.
Another one. Another one. Another one.
It's challenged by
Come on now, dog.
Corey Terry.
Come on, man.
Want to challenge him.
Oh my God.
It's ridiculous, man.
3, 2, 1, 0. All engine running. Liftoff. We have a liftoff.
Another one. Another one. Another one. Come on now, dog. Come on, man. Oh my God.
3, 2, 1, 0. All engine running. Liftoff. We have a liftoff.
Another one. Another one. Another one. Come on now, dog. Come on, man. Oh my God.
Three, two, 1, 0. All engine running. Liftoff. We have a liftoff.
Another one. Another one. Another one. Come on now, dog. Come on, man. Oh my God.
All engine running. Liftoff. We have a liftoff.
Another one. Another one. Another one.
Y'all notice with the show's going a little bit smoother how I got it set up. I got it set up where it go a little bit more smoother, a little bit more crisp. Well, the regular people who've been watching this show going a little bit more smooth, a little bit more crisp. How it's going on too. Kind of like it still got that Mike and Mike vibe to it a little bit, like we had back in the day. Still doing, and like, man, we got one more thing before we get out of here. We got that Cooper Flagg, 42 points.
Some people just know they can save hundreds on car insurance by checking Allstate first. Like, to check your school's saying first before saying it.
I talk about Cooper Flagg. A lot of y'all probably don't like Cooper Flagg. I like Cooper Flagg. I just don't like people being gassed up. That's all. I don't like people being gassed up. When you're gassing people up, I can't stand it.
And Burton listed at 6 foot, might be closer to 5'10". Dealing with a lot of
42 points.
for 3, and what a start from
Against a watered down
Notre Dame seeing bodies
ACC.
instead of open court.
But here's the thing.
A good look in
I
the
played
corner
ball.
for Flagg, and the 4th
I ain't had a G to score 42 points. I ain't had a G.
Well, he got hooked by
You
Burton.
probably
Take a
give
look
me-
at the other
you
end
probably
of the
give
second
me
three of the game by Flagg.
Tyrese
All the
Proctor
shots I
getting a
need
piece of
to
the
keep
paint,
42. And
behind
it'll
two
be hard.
defenders and then kicking it out.
That's a lot of points. You gotta have a lot of G for that song. I think I'm hate on him.
What a
Usually he playing a watered down team. Because he playing some kids and grown men. And he playing like a water, these man on man. There's a watered down ACC.
He was going to lob it up,
Get the looks. And then he was hot too. He was hot. Which is cool. He was hot. Let me know that. He was hot.
All set up just to get him a little
He
isolation on the right side.
looked like they were looking for him
trying
when
to
he
split
was hot.
defenders, and he's headed toward the
So I keep
baseline,
boosting
toward
up
the
this
corner
stuff.
more.
And I kind of want him to be number one overall draft.
Driving on Davis.
Just saying so you stick it to Nike. I'm tired of Nike. I'm tired of seeing all these basketball people propping Nike up. And they don't have one stop. Oh, number James, man. Somebody might be on the listen to the podcast and watch the podcast, feel that way, but I'm knocking you. I'm just saying. Oh, number James, man.
Davis with the right hand.
And they ain't even paying
Other end
you.
of the floor,
Man,
Malawat
you
sets
got
the
stock in
screen.
them. You
He
alright.
hopes
They
they
gonna get
spur his
sponsored.
team on, that they show them, hey, you're in these
Like
games.
90%.
You just got to do little things better here and there to turn the L's into W's.
I really like it. It feels good and nice. I love Nikes.
Notre Dame was put in rotation just
I gotta have Nikes. I like shoes.
from
I like different kind of shoes.
Flagg went right down the
So,
pipe, took off from outside the restricted
Just
arc.
gotta be Nikes. Everybody make a shoe
He
here,
dunks
man.
with power.
That's a nice dunk, but he got the flow to it. He knew he was in foul on fire there, but he got the flow to it. All right, big game on that.
Flagg
He
gets into the
traveled.
paint and makes it look easy.
He in the
Has now
zone. He played for Duke.
with 26
They ain't gonna
points.
call no trouble. They ain't gonna call trouble. What the defense at right here? What the defense at? They let him get a full handed stand, 94 feet. They didn't want to defend him. Then
And obviously in
they
the
got him feel
WNBA
good.
for
They
years.
seem like they
USA basketball.
laid down. Where's competitiveness? That's what it was. Where at
Matches. Roper having to switch off
They just
onto Cooper Flagg.
letting him do whatever
got
he
his
want.
body.
They put a guard on him. Why?
That's
They put a
fantastic.
small little guard on him. Why?
Call me sir. Flagg.
No defense. Wide open shot. It's like shoot around. This dude was like that shoot around.
And it's not the last one he's going to set. He
Where
has done
is the
absolutely
defense?
everything
Where
against
is your pride? It's like you said, Notre Dame's going to tell you to switch their jersey. How the coach was talking.
For Cooper Flagg, the last Duke player to do that.
Where is your pride?
Back in 06.
goal attempts. This will be his 16th free throw.
Where is your
New
pride?
ACC freshman record. And the loudest
He's not
ovation
going to do whatever you want.
belongs to Cooper Flagg.
Better system. Look out for him. Make sure he got that 42 points. But yeah, but don't actually, here's the thing. They only won by 8 points. And you see how they were looking and playing.
Here in this game,
That's
as
crazy.
Duke goes to
They only
14-2,
won by 8
6-0
points, and he
ACC
scored
play. The
42
Irish now
points.
7-9,
He had to score
1-4
42 points
in
because
the
a
league.
lackluster Notre Dame team like that didn't want to play and didn't want to compete. Crazy. Man, I want to thank everybody who tuned in to this show, man.
This is how to get in shape.
Check this out.
If you want to drop this,
Watch us.
start eating more of
Put this
these.
together. We did something a little bit different this
Take
week.
years to learn, but I'm going to teach it to you.
And some of the people probably would have watched the show. They know we had it on some of the stuff we talk about. Because normally we talk about just straight prep hoops, basketball.
Like a
We had an ice storm down here. I was able to get some other stuff
is associated with a higher
like this together. And talk about, you had to talk about some 42 points, big thing. Then the UCLA coach going off and snapping. And If VCU
Some of it is what you can pinch around the midline.
will start playing their players next year, then Kenwood and all that, they have to talk about all that stuff, man. But and I'm so happy that everybody joined the show, watched it, man.
Did you
Tell
know
a friend,
that
tell a
you
friend,
wear
repeat,
your health on your face
retweet,
and your body? And it's true,
X,
there are
whatever,
powerful
X, whatever he gonna call it.
But you might
Post,
not know what they mean.
share,
what
follow.
they're telling you
That's
about
how we get paid. This show's a non-profit show.
waves on social
We
media
don't make no money off this show. We don't monetize anything, man. So y'all watching the hard work that we put on this
For
show.
long hours on the treadmill either.
And
I know it
reposting
sounds
stuff
stupid
and
to be true,
following.
but
Like, it's our
there's more
payment.
to this than meets the eye.
I appreciate everybody tuning in. There's people tuning in late. That's usually how it is. You get people tuning in late.
A massive following
But
for
man,
challenging
we're
mainstream
glad.
advice. He claims that
We
what
are
we've
so
been told
glad
about
that
weight loss
people
is wrong, completely wrong. And you know what? Makes a lot of sense when you listen to what he
tuned
has to
in
say.
to this. We switched it. There we go.
pounds of fat looks like.
Switched in. I thought I was on this camera angle already.
You gotta take your
I would have switched
metabolism
before I
from
forgot.
this.
I was going to wait till second to switch.
For anyone out there who doesn't know their metabolic type, stop scrolling for just 1
But
second.
that's how we
and listen
do it,
up.
man. So
Is your body trying to tell you something? The darkness
here.
of your outer eye ring,
I forgot
the
to put up
pinkness
the
of your
phone number
fingernails,
again for the
spider
people who
veins,
just
veins
came
on your
in
eyelids, your
to call
posture, your
in.
waist size, your face shape. The list goes
Oh,
on and
man,
on.
so don't
What
be shy,
impacts
man.
these
Y'all call
biological
in
markers the
anytime.
most comes down to two
Put the
words:
number up.
visceral fat. What
Since
is
the beginning
visceral
of the
fat?
show, I
It's been
forgot.
referred to as
I don't
invisible
know why me and Van
obesity
doing this
or
where they have
radioactive fat,
nobody
because it's the
like in
hidden
front of
fat
me
right
right
your
here.
abdomen and
There's
the fat that's
nobody,
around your
there's no
organs, the fat
producer,
that's
no
toxic
director
to every
behind
part
me.
of your
This
body,
all
basically
right here.
erasing your vitality and stealing
On
your
here.
strength. And I've been in the fitness industry a long time,
But
and
the
I'm
studio
still
is
hearing
for
from
rent.
people about how they want to
You
get in
can't come
shape
in
or they
and
want
rent
to feel young
the
again, but they
studio.
don't know what to do.
And I don't produce
Well,
it.
It starts with getting
Produce
rid
your
of
show.
visceral fat, and the number
Got a
one
player
way
I
to
don't
do
want to say
that
right
is
now, but
through
he's gonna
what
come
you
on
eat
and do
and
his
how
show
you
in the
move.
studio.
And everyone knows that food
He gonna
choice
bless
can
me
help
with
you
that
lose
to come
weight, but it
do
can
his
also
show in the
radically
studio
change
and
how you look and
produce
feel
it.
and perform.
That's coming
the food that you
soon.
eat directly
They're coming
impacts
real soon.
what kind of fat your body stores and where it stores it. A little bit
We
that
got
comes
two
down to
big
genetics, but it's also
showcases
what you
coming
eat.
up.
Do you know what
Got
can happen if
Norfolk
you
coming.
optimize your diet?
2 days ago,
Planning
I
on checking out on
was the
MLK
lightest I've
Day,
been
and
since
then
I
we
was
got to
about
play for a change on Saturday with
I've never
Pace.
experienced that with other diets.
That's what we
I
got
really
going
not.
on.
I thought I was getting there with carnivore
We got
diet
going on.
because I was like, oh, I can do this. I eat
Next
whatever
week
I
going
want. I
on.
just don't need carbohydrates. I gained
I
weight.
know we can
But
hear
how
that.
can you know
Stop
what
that. Appreciate everybody joining, man. Everybody been watching Licensed Ball Podcast. I'm hip hop, as you can see down there, host hip hop down there. If you've seen that's what that is, that's my name. That's why I got host in front of, so y'all won't get confused on that. Till next time, y'all. Peace.